How we doing, folks, and good morning. It's 10 to 7 Sunday morning and I'm back at Lovells. I thought while I've got today free, let's try get some more of these videos ticked off. We're going to do some viewer requests today while I'm here, so there will be some more multiple videos made today. Some you've asked for, some I've thought of, so yeah, let's see what happens. Behind me you'll see there, I'm going to walk round. Got some bait, only some boilies, and we're going to chuck some bait in the edge again and fish to the far bank on this video. We're going to be fishing tall stiff hinges. Someone's asked for that and I thought, do you know what, right, this is perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around, we'll go chuck some bait in, we'll come back here, we'll get some kits up and we'll get on with it. I thought while I'm walking around, you see me, my little bucket in the old shadows. Got some long old legs this morning. I can guarantee they're not that long in real life. What you might hear is stuff like that in the background. We're right on the main road. Lovells is just off the main road, sort of as you head to Tallington. So that's why you sometimes hear some traffic, unfortunately. There's not a lot I can do about that. It's a busy road as well. But yeah, anyway, we're having a wander around. I'm shaking the bloody phone one-handed now, so I'm going to bugger off and I'll see you when we start baiting. So yesterday I'd done a couple of videos in there and then I walked into here. You see that sun coming through the trees already. And then we baited up over this margin and it seemed to work. So I'm going to do the same. You can see over there the old van. So we're going to be fishing from that side to this side. Again, just some manila boilies like we did yesterday, and then just I'm not worried. Someone in the reeds, someone in there. Let's put a few in because I'm not too worried how much you put in, they'll get eaten. And on this video, we need the fish to be moving, so that's plenty, that's baiting done. I was just walking back round to my van. I've just seen some absolutely boil straight out of this edge on, I mean literally down here. I can still see it. Still see where it left its mark. So there must have been a fish right down in this edge. So, tell you what, we've got a bucket of bait. Not many, just in case someone jumps in here, but let's just... That'll do. And then if we can get in here later, we'll come and try and get one out the edge. That's better. You'll see we've got 3 rods out in here today. That's because we are going on 3 different approaches. So first of all, I'll just show you the hinges once I've untangled them, because obviously professional as I am, someone asked for tall hinges. That's a tall hinge. If I hold it side on, you'll see that's a long hinge on there, so that's about 2 inches off the bottom. That one there's got a 14mm, just so you can see, manila pop-up on it. The next hinge, again, they're all fished the same. You'll see fluorocarbon booms on all of them. Again, another 2-inch hinge with a white one on that time. That is one of the old Proper Jobs pop-ups. That is a pineapple and butyric in 13mm. And then on the last hinge, which is here, again, another long hinge. Another 2-inch hinge, and on that one we've got a pink, so the old crayfish are going to love that, and that is a Mad Baits compulsive range. What one is it? ISO cream. So that is the 3 rigs. The rod setup, I will just show you it, but it's the same on all 3 as always. You all know what I'm going to say, or most of you will, but I will just show you anyway. Down to the rod setup then. 15 pound KORDA subline, 30 centimetres of the old dark matte tungsten tubing, onto the old KORDA running sleeve, 2.5 ounce distance swivel lead, size 8 quick change swivel. All 3 rods are the same. They don't change, do they? It's there you go, all 3 are the same, and all 3 are going to go along that far margin. We're going to have pink on the right, manila on the middle, white on the left. That's the plan. Let's get some rods out. Just testing the rigs again in the edge. I've already weighed them at home. I've balanced them all off at home last night. I tied these up ready, but just checking them again just in case. You never know, do you? Yeah. Click that on. Okay. Don't know if you'll see that or not, but I've actually trimmed the pop-up. I've made it more of a barrel-y shape than a round shape to see if that makes any difference. I don't think it does. I'll just check it's still popped up right and we'll get it out. Perfect. So behind me is 3 stiff hinges now, fished to the far margin over a bed of manila. The leads, I'm not convinced with the leads. I think I need to swap them for flat swivel pairs. So when I bring them in, I will swap them, whether it's in this vlog or not. At the minute they're holding where they are, but if I get a liner and it knocks it off the shelf, because there is like a shelf the other side, it comes and then it drops off. If I get a liner and it pulls me down the shelf and the line goes slack, I'll be swapping to flat swivel pairs, which I should have on already. I know I've cast out with the wrong lead on straight away, but we'll see how it goes. But this is a viewer request. Matt C, thank you very much for that. You have to excuse me, I sound bunged up this morning. It's nice seeing people comment asking for stuff like, can we try this, can we try that? I'm happy to pretty much try anything realistic, you know. If you get stupid suggestions, they probably won't be used, but any sensible things that you think, yeah, that could work or it could not work, we'll give it a go, because that's my way of giving you lot something back. Some channels, they do giveaways, free tackle, this, that. I don't get free tackle or bait or anything myself, so I can't give any away because I don't get it myself, you know. So at the minute, with the size of the channel, this is sort of the best I can do. And yeah, hopefully I've replied to all of you lot on your comments. If I haven't, I apologise. I am getting more than I'm used to, which is good, because it means the channel's building. But I will get back to you at some point if I haven't already. And again, I might as well say it while I'm doing this bit. Thanks for supporting the channel as always. It does really help. Every video I'll make sure I say it, because I do genuinely mean it, because without you lot watching and liking and subscribing, I may as well just go fishing and leave my phone in the van, you know. I'm getting my phone out, all I'm doing is I'm vlogging what happens on my fishing sessions, you know. That's it. A lot of people have commented saying, oh, it's really genuine, it's like you're natural in front of a camera. Without being arrogant, it's very easy to be natural when you're not bullshitting. It's because you are just saying what's happening, you know. I'm not trying to sell you nothing, I'm not trying to prove anything, I'm not trying to tell you to fish like this. All I'm doing is, this is how I've gone about it today, this is what's happened, that's the outcome, you know. The burning, I've given up. Some of you will burn addicts, some of you are not. We can't change that, that's how it is. But yeah, anyway, from me, as usual, thanks very much for supporting the channel in whatever way that you do. But for now, we're going to spin you around, put you back on the rods, and see what happens. My predictions, if I'm being honest, I think this is a blank vlog. I think tool hinges in here, no, don't think it's the right water for it. But if it turns out I catch a whacker, and Matt C has said, yeah, do that, mate, this fish will be down to you. So if it happens, thanks very much. And if it doesn't happen, again, thanks very much for the suggestion. It's always worth a try. Anyway, back to the rods. Well, coffee's made. That's where we're doing. That's the setup. Left hand rod, I've just had, I think, a roach has hit it, or maybe could have been a carp, I don't know. But the lines fell a little bit slack, so I know the lead's moved. So that's what we're going to put on. I'm not going to film bringing them in, casting them back out, but they will be swapping from those distance ones to flat swivel pairs. Should have started with them to begin with, but never mind. So the next time you see those rods, they'll have flat swivel pairs on, back out there in the same spots. Normal service has resumed. Coffee's gone about that far down. Took them off, flat swivel pairs on, all cast back out. That's much better. Should have started that way. Never mind, we've sorted it out now. That's what, even when I'm casting in, I kind of like, you shouldn't be using these lead, you should have, and I don't know, was I being lazy, stubborn, I don't know, stupid, who knows. I could have quite easily left all this out of the video and just restarted it, wound them in and just started, right, we're going to put them in now. But no, we'll leave it in, because it's what happens. Sometimes you sit back, look at your rods and think, no, I can be doing something different or better than what I am. So hopefully now we're set up as best as possible. Like I say, I still don't think we're going to get a bite on this vlog, but I really hope I'm wrong, because it's not something I would cast out. So I'm now sat behind 3 rods that I would not be sitting behind on this venue. So whatever I catch on this vlog, if it's anything at all, will be a bonus fish that I probably would have never caught. So let's see how it goes. So I'm just going to put you into the old time frame of what's happening. we are now just about approaching the 2 hour mark of the 3 hours that I'm giving this setup over there. I have seen the reeds move twice now, and I've also had a liner earlier that made me swap the leads over. So there's 3 indications now telling me that there is fish where I am fishing, yet nothing has happened. The bait I've put in, I imagine, is probably gone, because nobody puts bait in here. They seem to all fish bags or solid bags or stringers or singles or method feeders, whatever. Nobody really puts any free offerings in, or very few do. So I think the fish clear it quite quickly. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to catapult another 3 poults over in that area just for the last hour. I'm going to put a poult over each rod, just so I know there is bait around the rig, and then we'll give it the final hour and see what happens, because there isn't really much more I can do. There's no point me casting it, winding it in to cast it back out again, because it changes nothing. All 3 rigs will be sat fishing. They won't be tangled. They've all gone down perfect. There's definitely been fish in the zone, and I think I'm sitting over next to no bait. I'm probably fishing 3 singles by now. So I'm going to get the old bait bucket out. We'll put some more in, and we'll see what happens in the last hour. So we have bait back over the rigs. We've got 1 hour left. Like I say, I'm not expecting to get a bite. I'm trying to induce a bite. I'm trying what I can. I put bait out this morning. I've baited over the rods again. I've swapped the setup over to how I should have already cast out. I don't think bringing them in and moving colours from there to there, it's going to make no difference. The fish moving up and down. Not sure what that was in the background behind me, that ring. I think it was a small fish topping. I don't think we can do any more. I think this rig would work more on a weedy bottom. This is a hard, clean gravel bottom. Pop-ups on gravel bottoms are never the one. 2 inches off the deck, you really are, making it hard work. If this was a solid weedy venue on the bottom, I think we'd stand half a shout with it, to be honest. If anyone's ever seen my hinge videos, which I've hardly put them out, to be honest, I fish them really, really short. This is over double what I would normally put out. So yeah, uncomfortable territory this is. But like I say, we've got an hour left. I'll just get out the bloody camera, stop waffling, and we'll see what happens for the last hour. Unfortunately, that is the old 3 hours just knocking over. Well, actually just gone past the 3 hour mark. I'm going to wind the rods in. I'm going to show you them. I'm going to check the pop-ups, see if the crays have had them. And yeah, do an outro, I guess. Start with the pink one. Not wrong with that one. There's the manila. Nothing wrong with that. And there's the white one. It's whittled down. The crays haven't done that. I did that. Nothing wrong with that. So there we have it then. All 3 rigs come in perfect, which I knew they would. A stiff hinge doesn't tangle. It's one of the most confident rigs you can cast out there. If it was a weedy lake bed, I think we maybe would have had a bite. I think it's the fact it's a hard gravel bottom. These fish, they're like conditioned to feeding on the bottom in here. and I just don't think that approach was the right one. But again, Matt C, thank you very much for the suggestion. We've given it a go. The outcome has been a blank, unfortunately. It is what it is. So I can tick that off this venue of not being used. You know, I won't be putting that out on here again because it's not the right approach. And anyone coming here who watches this, I wouldn't put it out. So that's my advice on that. Hopefully you're going to join me for the next vlog. It is going to be in here. Like I say, I'm not moving. We've put fresh bait out. And I'm not even sure what I'm putting on next. Who knows? So the next vlog will be a surprise because I haven't decided yet. But from me again, thanks for watching. Don't forget the old thumbs up, subscribe and all that business. And if you're out and about on the bank yourself, hope you be lucky and catch a whacker. But until next time, take it easy.